So what is materialized view is, okay, a materialized view is a database object that stores query output, or you can say are pre-computed. So materialized is a database object that stores query output or pre-computed results. Pre-computed result means already calculated. So pre-computed result means already calculated. Already calculated output is stored in materialized view. Okay, na? So that stores query output or pre-computed results. Then now, so okay, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of creating? Why we create views? Why we create views? See, you are learning different objects. You should be clear with, okay, na, purpose of each and every object. Why we create views? Views are mainly created for two reasons: to provide security, to reduce complexity. Sequences are created to generate sequence numbers. Synonyms are created to give simple and short name to the lengthy table names. Okay, now like that. What is the purpose of creating materialized views? Okay, then see, now in all our examples, you are running the queries on table, and the table contains how many rows? The tables contains how many rows? 14 rows. In EMB table contains how many rows? 14 rows. So every query executed faster. Any query you write, that query is executed fastly. Oracle takes only milliseconds or fraction of seconds. Seconds are fraction of seconds to execute that query, because the table contains only less amount of data. But if you go to real-time tables, the tables may contain huge amount of data. Tables may contain lakhs of rows. One second, I'll take one example. There is a table, persons table. Let's say this is Aadhaar database. In Aadhaar database, every person details are stored or not? Yes. They store what's it? Aadhaar number, person name, person address, person age or person date of birth, person what address, person phone number, person city, person state, like city or village, state, like that. So they store every person details. Okay, na? How many person details are stored in this table? How many person details are stored? Around, what's that? 135 plus crores. Because India's, okay, na? 135 crores. How many person details are stored? 135 crore person details are stored in this table. Then, what this table contains? Individual person details. Individual person details. Yes or no? But what they want is, in other like department, in that department, they want state-wise count. AP state, how many persons take an Aadhaar card? Telangana state, how many persons take an Aadhaar card? They want state-wise count. Then if they want state-wise count, what do you have to do? Select what's that state. Then what counts are from what? From persons. Table name is persons. Then you say group by what's that? State. Group by state. So state common counts are from persons, group by state. Yes or no? Then, so you run this query. Okay, na? You execute this query. But if you execute this query, definitely this query takes half an hour time to show the output. Maybe it takes more than half an hour because it takes 1 hour also. Why? Because you are not running the query on table of 14, 15 rows. You are running the query on table of what's it? 135 crores. Definitely this query takes 1 hour, 2 hours time also. But user submit this query. User can wait for 1 hour time to see the output. Can he wait for 1 hour to see the output? No. You'll send the queries. He wanted the response in seconds or fraction of seconds. He can't wait for minutes. He wanted the response in what? Seconds or fraction of seconds. He cannot wait for the minutes time. Okay, then. So this is the requirement. Okay, now then. So now, like I want to improve the performance of this. You have to make it. You have to do something to make it run faster. When user submit the query in fraction of seconds, you should get the output. You have to do like that. Internally, whatever you want, you can do. But user submit the query, show the response in seconds or fraction of seconds. Understood? Like that. See here, if you like, okay, then do one thing. You do one thing. First run the query. First run the query. Let it take what? Half an hour, 1 hour. First execute the query. You'll get the output now. What the output you'll get? AP state, how many persons? Okay, na? AP state, how many persons? AR state, how many persons? AS state, how many persons? BR state, how many persons? Like that. What this gives? State-wise count. Okay, na? This gives what? State-wise count. Okay. Then you do one thing. You store this output in one object. You'll get the output now. Store this output in one object. Let's say MB1. You'll get this output. Store this output in one object MB1. Next, ask the user if you want state-wise count. Then ask the user, simply run this query, select star from what? MB1. When you run this select star from MB1, you'll get the output in what? When you run this select star from MB1, you'll get the output in seconds. It does not take what? It doesn't take what? Hours time. It will take seconds, fraction of seconds. Why? Why? Sir, whenever you want state-wise persons, state-wise count, when you want state-wise count, okay, na? Simply ask him to execute this query. When you execute this query, Oracle will not do any group by. It will not do any group by. It will not calculate count star because it's already calculated. Already calculated and stored in what? MB1. Next one. And here, if you execute the query on persons, persons table contains 135 crores. But if you are executing query on MB1, MB1 contains how many rows? How many rows? 29. How many states are there? 29 states. Then you are executing the query on 29 states. Then 29 rows. Then this definitely takes what, sir? Seconds or fraction of seconds. It will not take hours time. Yes or no? Understood? So user is getting the same output in fraction of seconds. Okay? Then what is this MB1 is called? This MB1 is called materialized view. What is MB1 is called? Materialized view. So what for materialized views are created? Materialized views are created to improve the performance. Improve the what? Performance. View purpose is different. Materialized view purpose is different. Views are created for security and to reduce complexity. But materialized views are created to improve the performance. Sir, query is long, then query is lengthy, then create. Query is a lengthy query. Then create what? View. Create a view. Give the name to that query. So wherever you want to use that query, instead of using that query, use what? View. But query is long running query, not long query. What is long running query? Long running query means query taking what, sir? More time to run. Long running query means query taking more time to run. Then create materialized view. Okay, na? Then so the query is taking more time to run. Then you do one thing, store the output in materialized view. So whenever you want that output, instead of executing the query on table, execute the query on what, sir? Materialized view. So this is the purpose. Now, okay, then next one, queries. Queries performing complex joins and group by aggregate. Complex joins, group by, and what? Aggregate operations on tables that contains aggregate operations on tables that contains use amount of data takes more time to run. Queries performing complex joins, group by, and aggregate operations on tables contains huge amount of data takes more time to run. So create materialized view and store the output in what? Store the output in materialized view, and whenever we want that output, and store the output in materialized view whenever we want that output, instead of running the query on table, run the query on materialized view. So this is the concept of materialized view. Okay. Okay. Now, next. Okay. So that means that created to improve the performance of what? That materialized views are created to improve the performance of what? Complex joins, group by, aggregate operations. Queries taking more time to run. Okay. Then. Okay. Now, how to create? What is the syntax? Okay. How to create? What is the syntax? Create what? Materialized view name as select statement. This is the syntax. Create materialized view name as select statement. This is the syntax. But if you see the syntax is somewhat similar to what? This is somewhat similar to view. Like only this keyword. This keyword is not there. Then view. That means stores query. Stores query. If this keyword is there, then stores query output. Okay. If it is a view, stores query. If it is a materialized view, stores query output. Now, example. Okay, then example. But to create the material view, you need a permission. Okay, once again, batch 2 p.m. What is Oracle? So he wants to create a material view, but it gives error, insufficient privileges. Means it doesn't have permission to create material view. We have to give the permission. What? DBA. Who is the DBA? System manager. Give the permission. Grant what? Create what's that? View to username. What is the username? Batch 2 p.m. So he granted create material view permission to batch 2 p.m. After this, he can create the view or not? Yes. So granting permissions to create material view. Who is giving the permission? System manager. So user is system, is giving the permission, or the permission is grant what? Create materialized view to batch 2 p.m. Now, let's see. Now you can create or not? Yes or no? Yes. Now you can create. Let's create. But just example to explain that I taken persons table, but we'll create on EMP table. Okay, now then. Now, so let me create. What is create what? Create materialized view. View name ME1 as what? Select create material view ME1 as select what? What do you want? Just let's say I calculate department wise total salary. Just some example. In this material view, I want to store what? Department wise total salary. So how to calculate department wise total salary? As total sal from EMP, then group by department number. So what this calculates? This calculates what's that? Department wise total salary. Then once again, actually I'm running this query, but this query is taking more time. That's why what I'm doing, creating the materialized view. Actually I'm running this query, but this query is taking more time to run. So that's why I'm creating the materialized view. So create the materialized view. Now, so who is creating? Batch 2 p.m. is creating. So material view is what's it? Created. Okay. Then after executing this command, what happens? When this command is executed, what happens? Oracle creates what? Oracle creates what's it? Materialized view MB1. Oracle creates materialized view MB1 and stores what? And stores what's it? Query output. And stores query output. That is what? Department wise total salary. Okay. And whenever we want department wise total salary. So whenever we want, okay, na? Whenever we want department wise total salary, then instead of writing the query on table, instead of writing the group by query, instead of writing the query on table, Write the query on what? Materialized view. Whenever you want department wise total salary, instead of executing the query on table, execute the query on materialized view. What is that? Is select star from what? MB1. Select star from MB1. Okay. Instead of executing the query on what table, executing the query on materialized view, select star from MB1. Okay, then so execute this. Now, if I is Oracle do any group by? Is Oracle do any group by? No. Is Oracle do any sum sal calculation? No. Why? Because it's already calculated and stored in what? ME1. Simply Oracle go to this materialized view. It contains already output. Whatever the output user wants, that is already there, already prepared and stored in MB1. Whatever the output you want, it's already prepared and stored in MB1. Oracle simply go to MB1, get the data, display the data. It will not do any calculation. That is the reason in my definition, what is materialized stores? Pre-computed result. That means already calculated output. Whatever the output you want, that is already calculated and stored in materialized view. Already prepared and stored in materialized view. Simply go to the materialized view and get the data, display the data. Understood? Then now see this. Select star from MB1. Okay, na? Then okay. Then, but any problems are there? Any problems are there yet? So whenever you want department wise total salary, simply execute select star from MB1. Any problems are there yet? Any problems are there? No. Department wise total. Then okay, fine. But I'm asking, any problems there yet? No problems. Okay, what the problem is after creating? What the problem is in day to day EMP table data changes. In day to day EMP table data changes. Yes. New employees joins. Existing employees resigns. Existing employees salary changes, updates. Okay, na? New employees what's that? Joins. And existing employees resigns. And some existing employees salaries what? Changes, update. When base table data changes, is material is updated automatically? Table data changes, Is material is updated automatically? No. Sir, if base table data changes, boss, is material is updated automatically? No. It's not updated automatically. Okay, now? Then. So, like updating, we need to update the materialized view. If base table data changes, you need to update what's it? Materialized view. Base table data is updated. Materialized view also should be updated. You need to update the materialized view. Updating the materialized view is called refreshing materialized view. Updating the materialized view is called what? Refreshing. Okay, fine. Listen. Suppose this materialized view is created, what's it? 1 month back. It is created on January 20. And February 21st, you are running the query. If February 21st, if user run this query, what he will see? He'll see the old data now, up-to-date data now. Old data. But always users wants what? Up-to-date data. They don't like to see old data. They like to see up-to-date data. Okay, na? Then, so if base table data is updated, you need to update the materialized view. Updating the materialized view is called refreshing materialized view. Updating the materialized view is called refreshing. So in materialized view, you need to learn two things. One is create